Kagogi?
Bulgogi.
Kagogi.
Yeah.
Dog meat. Have you ever had dog meat?
Alright, to tell the truth, I did.
So, I'm in Seoul, I'm at a park, it's beautiful, and I guess the plan for today is to go to Gangnam, that famous neighborhood from that song with Psy, you know. Everyone in the world knows it, it's got billions of views, and get fried pork, and to meet up with some local Koreans, people who are actually from here, to talk about what it's like. I'm really curious as to how they feel about the US military and things like that. What I want to say right now, just a real quick blurb, because I want to stay focused on Korea, but you know, not too long ago, as of the shooting of this video, there was a mass shooting in the U.S. A politician was shot, some aides were shot, and I don't want to talk specifically about this particular shooting. It's man, the violence really bums me out all the time. But so many people are so quick to politicize. Apparently, this man, who I'm not going to name, was volunteered for Bernie, and then committed this atrocious act, killing people because he didn't like their politics. Everybody look, I don't care about your factions. I don't care if you're right or left, up, down, whatever. The violence is the problem. The violence is what needs to stop. You're not going to convince anybody. You're not going to change any minds by going into a field and just shooting people. It's not going to do anything. In fact, it's going to bolster the opposition. And now we're seeing people on the right call out this guy, you know, saying the left needs to address their calls for violence and things like that. I don't care about your faction. There have been right-wing attacks. There was a guy in Quebec who killed a bunch of Muslims. Everybody just drop the fight for once and just call out the violence when it happens. There's no reason to make an excuse. I'll talk about like the Portland guy, Jeremy Christian, and I'll flat out say it's a complicated story, but you know what? First and foremost, let's say the violence is the problem, okay? This guy, who did this shooting, the violence is the problem. No matter who does it, you can't glorify violence. And this goes for when Trump, you know, said, go punch that guy and I'll pay your legal fees. And this goes for when the left said, punch a Nazi. Nobody's innocent, right? I'm not gonna draw a parallel. I'm not gonna say who's better or who's worse, because I mean, everyone's focused on something different. Some people only see the left calling for it. Some people only see the right calling for it. The fact of the matter is, just no. Just no, never, okay? Just stop. It is not okay for someone to be at a rally and say, go punch that guy and I'll pay your legal fees. And it's not okay for people to make memes and videos about punching Nazis. We need to do the opposite of that. We need to say, don't punch that person. Don't punch these people in the streets, no matter how you feel about their politics. By all means, defend yourself when violence actually happens. But for you know, I guess even outside of that, we're seeing this weird definition of what violence even is at this point. I don't know what it's going to take to make this violence go away. But I'm sitting here in Korea, and I want to go on an adventure and explore. But this stuff, it just dominates everything. There's an escalation happening between the left and the right. Nobody wants to give up any ground. Nobody wants to take fault. I don't know who's even at fault for the most part. Everyone's claiming they're defending themselves, but in reality, all we see is just more violence. And it gets scary when you hear about what happened in Portland, when you hear about what happened in Quebec, when you hear about what happened in Berkeley with the bike lock basher, and now you hear about this guy in, you know, I don't want to, yeah. So I don't know. I guess there's no escaping it. I guess I can just go eat Korean food and kind of focus on things that are more interesting and not necessarily positive, but keep my mind off of the crazy U.S. politics for once. Man, I remember several years ago when this weird music video started going viral on Reddit with this chubby Korean guy dancing like he was riding a horse. And then all of a sudden everybody was doing it. And now here in Gangnam Square, they've got like a little monument to the song that's gotten billions and a couple billion views already. I like the song. What can I say? So I just met back up with Cade, Jacqueline, and now we're with William. You're from Korea, right?
I'm Korean.
Oh, he's
My
Korean.
name is Hongmin.
Oh, there you go. We're gonna grab some food, some barbecue, I guess.
Hello out there, my name.
Yeah, you talk to me.
Nice to meet you. See, my name is Han Songmin, and Han is my family name. My English name is Will, so you can call me whatever. And now,
Okay, whatever. It's a dad joke. Sorry, I had to do it.
I like the cheesy joke. And now I'm doing my master's degree in SKKU, Sungkyungan University in Seoul.
So, I guess I'm curious. I talked to them yesterday about what it's like being in South Korea, right? In the U.S., we hear about North Korea firing missiles. You know, Donald Trump's talking about sending, a fleet into into Korea territory. Are you worried about all this stuff? Nuclear missile testing? The U.S.
North
Army?
Korea?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh.
But in general, most people say, well, that's okay, because it's not that big issue, I guess. It's kind of normal thing here in Korea.
I mean, it's been your. How old are you?
Several times. I am 32 in Korean age, and I'm 30 in international age. I was born in 1986.
Oh, okay.
Also, I've done the military service for about 2 years.
But it's, your whole life has been, this conflict with North Korea.
Mostly in Gyeongsang province and Busan.
So I guess for you, it's like it's just normal. It's
Because
it's always been
North
this way.
Korea government have tried, test missiles several times, many times, and he all the time threats.
But there's I heard just recently they flew a drone over the DMZ, and then the South Koreans started shooting warning shots.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I'm like, well, that's crazy. It sounds like at any moment it could get really bad.
People who are living in foreign countries make things like that. But you can ask Kate and Jeffrey. I think they feel alright, right?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of.
Yeah, that's what they were telling me the other day. Yeah, whatever.
And I think that's how almost all foreigners feel. No one feels worried.
Yeah.
But when you live here, when you stay here, I think you probably feel comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, even
tall buildings.
No, right now, I mean, I couldn't imagine there's any threat when everything's like this. We have barbecue, fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 24-hour massage parlor, whatever that means, right next to us. Yeah, seems like things are
about
okay.
that, but anyway, this I'm worrying about. Flying dust from China.
Oh, okay. So you're more worried about the pollution from China than North Korea?
Half and half.
Half and half.
Sometimes I'm worried about that.
About China
But
or North Korea?
North Korea.
Oh, okay.
But just I believe the army and government, and if it happens, I mean the war, then I have to join the military again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Patriot.
So Jacqueline was telling me earlier that there's like men's activists because the women don't have to join the military.
Yeah.
Do you know anything like about that? Because I mean, they were telling me about it. I don't know if you know about it, but you know.
Okay, you mean Korean guys, men, male,
Yeah.
not like join the military
Yeah.
because female don't join the military.
Yeah.
Right?
So then the men are held back in their careers, and
I think many Korean guys like the logic, and
Yeah.
it makes sense to me.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like in the U.S., we don't have women in combat roles. There was like a lawsuit about it. It almost happened, and then it didn't happen. But yeah, I don't know.
I understand and I respect the opinion, but for me, the system we have is okay. It's just I love Korea. I have patriotism.
Yeah,
Patriotism. Yeah, patriotism. So that's fine. Because women will have baby. So that's all.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's a crazy discussion to have.
I
'cause-
think he means like, I think William's also trying to say that like he has like chivalry, like he thinks it's proper and right for the men to take on this burden and women shouldn't have to.
Now, in the U.S., that's like super conservative.
But it's also,
Yeah.
but it's also
Like that's something a Trump supporter would say. Do you think in your lifetime there's going to be a resolution to the conflict between North and South Korea? Will they become one? Will they blow each other up? Like, I don't know. What do you think's going to happen?
I think our North Korea and South Korea can be one country.
You think that'll
Having
happen?
one government.
Yeah.
I hope that. And I know there are many sensitive issues, and also I know there are many don't like to be one country. I want to make a one country.
But obviously, you'd rather have the South Korean style of life,
Okay.
right? You wouldn't want the North Korean government to take
Just
over, right?
I see the case of Germany. I know it costs a lot, but
Well,
we should pay for that.
with Germany, the Western style of life, the free expression, the capitalism, that's what won. So you hope there would be one Korea, but you would
South
hope
Korean
that
style.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to live like the North Koreans. You'd rather live like this.
Kim
So.
Jong-un would do not like it.
All right, so I guess that settles that. Because now I'm going to ask the stupid question. Because I keep having people.
Any questions would be alright.
They send me this stupid joke about eating. What is it? Kagogi?
Bulgogi.
Kagogi.
Yeah.
Dog meat. Have you ever had dog meat?
Alright, to tell the truth, I did.
I mean, but it's like a normal thing here, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially in the past. And I ate dog meat soup. I guess 2 or 3 times in my life when I was young with my family members and my grandparents. And for the first time, it tastes okay. Not that bad, like this pork or chicken.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, people are joking about it to me, but when I hear people joking about it, I'm kind of like, it's a different culture.
Yeah.
Like people in India are shocked that we eat cows. You know what I mean?
some people don't eat pig.
Yeah, exactly.
French
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
French is snails.
Oh, I love snails.
And
I wouldn't eat dog though.
Chinese eat monkey brains. And some people eat eyes of mosquito.
Mosquito?
I know.
What?
Yeah. Eyes.
What? But they're so small.
I know. You can collect many eyes.
And you have
From somewhere.
like caviar.
Yeah.
Wow.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
And we do with dog meat.
Yeah.
But like I said, the reason.
Well, We're gonna finish up eating, but thanks for talking, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for, and maybe we'll talk again at some point or whatever. Thank you all for hanging out and watching as we had, barbecue and talked about.
I say something?
Yeah. Throw it in.
I should say I'm a pet lover. I'm a dog person. You know that? Really? That's true. I don't eat dog soup anymore.
Right? It's
I raise bed pets. Really? Hamsters. Turtles.
I don't hold anything against you. I don't. I wouldn't eat dog. Like I'm not gonna hold it against another culture that does. Like some people don't eat pigs, some people don't eat dog.
Younger generation.
I mean, honestly, like if I saw someone attacking a dog, I'd punch him in the face.
Alright.
But like dog meat too. Like I'm not gonna go to a foreign country and start punching people who are eating dog. All right, we're good. So thank you for hanging out. New videos every day at 4 p.m. Thank you all for hanging out. Comment below and let me know what you think. Click the like button because it helps the videos do really, really well. And if you want to support me and my work, go to patreon.com/Timcast. And you can give whatever because it helps me do the work that I do. And I'll see you all tomorrow.